Thank you. Okay. So yesterday we created one EC2 instance and then we created security group. Make sure you delete the server after your practice. And so this is how your laptop connecting to the EC2 server on SSH protocol. And this is same for anything. For example, if you're watching the Netflix content also, just protocol will be different. It will be on HTTP. But the basic communication is like this. Whenever you face an issue, you should be able to troubleshoot. So where is the problem? If you're not able to connect to the server, then check the security group, whether you are allowing the port number or not. Okay. So, and you know the syntax, this syntax is SSH-I PEM file and then username @ IP address. Okay. So now let us create our EC2 instance, launch instance. I'm doing it as Linux and AMI can use CentOS 8. Why we are using CentOS 8? Because it is exactly same as Red Hat Enterprise Linux. That is mostly the enterprise version. Here the pricing is for the EC2. Okay. You can see EC2 pricing, but we are using free tier, you will not be charged. Okay, so this is under free tier, you will not be charged, but make sure you delete the server after usage. Okay, continue. And then go for only t2.micro key pair. Yesterday we created one key pair Linux course. You don't need to create anything else. Okay, and then security group. So for simplicity, what we do is we are allowing port number SSH traffic from internet. Okay, and then you can keep it default. That's it. Launch instance. Now let us take git bash and connect to this server. You will get IP address. It will take just 1 or 2 minutes to completely initialize this to come into the running state also. Take the IP address and SSH-I. Your PEM file can be anywhere, okay? But you need to give the proper path. This is CentOS. If it is CentOS, the username is by default CentOS and IP address. So now let us see why is it refused. Because it is still in initializing mode. Okay, so these 2 checks should complete. Today our session is completely practical. Okay, we will practice a lot of commands. Initializing still. Okay, let us try once again. Yeah, now it is fine. Just give, oh. Permission denied. Check the security groups. Yeah, it is accepting on port number 00. Now this is fine. Is this not the correct key file? Oh, this is Linux course. Okay, that is Linux course. Let me check whether I have that or not. Okay, I don't have. Yeah, I have it here. Okay, so I'm into the instance. So let us now note down the commands. What are we learning? So dollar means normal user. Okay, and hash means root user. How you get root access is just use sudo su hyphen. Okay, you will get root access. To come out of it, exit. Okay, and whenever you logged into the server, by default you will be at PWD means present working directory. You will be at home / your username. PWD, oh shit. PWD means present working directory. Okay, it will show you where you are. So in Linux, everything is command. Everything is command. You no need to worry about extension. Everything is a file, text, and command. That's it. Nothing else. No more graphics. No more. Linux doesn't care the extension, and it is case sensitive. Okay, in Linux, Google is different, and then this small Google is different. Okay, you should be careful about the case in Linux that cause a lot of difference. Okay, so PWD means present working directory. And whenever you are logged in into the server, it will be into home / your username. Just like in Windows, we will have C drive and then users and your username, right? Same like this. Whenever you log into the server, you will be inside /home / your username. Okay, and next command we check uname. If you give uname, it will tell us which operating system you are in. So you are in Linux operating system, uname. And if you give uname -a, then it will give you full information. You can see it is Linux operating system, its IP address, and then the time it launched and everything. Okay, and it is giving you the GNU Linux, all information. Architecture, this is Intel processor architecture. So everything it will give you information. And in Linux, you don't need to learn all the commands. Okay, we just need basic commands. In Linux, there are thousands of commands. No one knows all the commands, even the creator of Linux. Okay, we understand the command and we learn few commands, very basic and important commands. Whenever you are in need, you can just simply Google search and then understand the command, use it. Okay, the command format is, what is the command name? And then options and inputs. Okay, options and inputs are not mandatory. Okay, they are really optional. You can just use the command name, for example. For example, now I use just command name, then it is giving the result. If you want to filter out the results, then you can go for options. Okay, options we usually denote like this: A with single character, single hyphen with single character. Okay, double hyphen with a word. Okay, like this. Suppose the same command uname -all. Oh, double hyphen. Okay, you are giving the result. You are getting the result. Whenever you are not sure of the command, just you give uname -help with it, like this. Okay, then it will give you the entire documentation and information. Okay, you can see, you can, if you just give uname -yes, you are getting the kernel name. So our kernel is Linux. If you are giving -n, then it is giving you our server name, server, node, box, whatever it is. And then you will, if you want to the processor, then you just give IP. P, this is Intel processor. So like this. Okay. So just like, and there was another one also, same option, man uname, manual. It means manual. So it will give you even more information properly, just like you are viewing a web page. Okay. Page down, just press page down and give Q to quit. Okay. So any command -h or -help will give you full information, or man space any command. It will give you the manual. Okay. Yeah. So this one, and then next thing. So now you understand, you should understand the command format, whatever we use. You should not worry about, I don't know this command. You can simply do the Google search and then just use -h. So, and after this command, what we will see is ls command. ls is nothing but listing. I want to list the files. For example, Windows E. So this is listing the files automatically, right? For example, whenever you go to this, it is listing the file. But in Windows, you have the graphical interface you are clicking, but here you need to input the command. So wherever you are, just give the ls. We don't have any files here. So let us go to another directory, that is cd. Cd means change directory. You can go to any directory in Linux using cd command. And I'm going /. It is just like my computer. For example, my computer, how you will open like this PC. It will show you all the directories, C drive, D drive, something like that. And similarly in Linux, it is / root directory. It will say the root directory of your Linux. If you give ls here, then it will show you all the directories available, all the files available. So ls means list the files and folders. Okay, but this is not too much information. If you see in Windows, you will get file name, when is it modified, what is the type, everything you will get it, right? But how you will get it in Linux? Again, so I said there will be an options. Okay, so let us go here, LS-L. Okay, so it will give you the lengthy format. You can say LS-L is lengthy format. They will get all the details. Now, if you see here, it is in alphabetical order. Okay, I want it in a reverse order. I will go for LS-L and I will add another option R. It means reverse. Now you can see you got the options in reverse order. Okay. So LS-L, reverse lengthy format. Okay, so now I'm doing LS-L. Now I want it in a time-based LS-LT. T means it is giving you the latest file, from latest to the old file. Similarly, if you add LS-LT reverse format, then it will give you from beginning. LS-LTR. It is time reverse. It's old to new. Okay. So I just want to convey you, there are a lot of options in Linux. You can use those options flexible. Just type ls-help. You will get all the options. You can see this. There are a lot of options. You don't need to learn all the options. We just need whatever I'm showing you right now. Okay. Now there is another option, LA. A means it will show you the hidden files also. Okay. So by default, hidden files will not be shown here. You can see in Linux, hidden files start with dot. If you give -a, then it will show you the hidden files. This is folder. Go inside that. You can see even more. Okay, so there is nothing, just a dot. So now where am I? I'm at /root directory. Now, if you want to go to your original directory at any time, just enter CD. This will directly take you to your home directory. Okay, just entering CD will take you to the home directory. And here, if you give ls-la, you are getting lot of hidden directories. You can see .ssh and .bash layout. Here it has some different color. You can see here, this is D. It means it is a folder directory. If it is hyphen, this is not a folder or it is a file. Okay, that's how you should differentiate the folder and file in Linux. Now you give ls-lar. Okay, it is giving you in reverse format. Okay, so this is the ls command. So now we are reading. So any software system, basically it is CRUD. Any software, technology, programming, database, how can you create something? How can you read something? How can you update something? How can you delete something? Okay. For example, think your Facebook. Whenever you are signing up to the Facebook, it is like creating your profile. Whenever you are viewing your account, it is reading your profile. Whenever you are updating or posting the status, it is like updating your account. And then whenever you don't want your Facebook, then you delete the account, then it is delete. So, and this CRUD, it is called as CRUD operation. It is everywhere. It is an universal thing in our any software technology. Now, whatever we did is just reading. If you want to create something, so then we will see. Now I want to create a file. Okay, just give touch and then file name. File name I am going to give example.txt. Okay, in Linux, extensions doesn't matter, but just for our convenience, I'm just giving. Now, if you want to list ls-la, okay, you can see this. Our example.txt is created. So what is the command to create file? Touch. And how can you create directory? This is make directory, mkdir. So in Linux, the command name itself will give you a lot of information. Make directory, and the directory name can be demo. Now, if you give ls-l, you can see demo is a directory and example.txt is a file. Okay. Create directory. Okay, how can you add the text into this? Okay, so that is so touch is to create, but you cannot use touch to add the content. So okay, so there is another command, cat greater than symbol, and if you give example1.txt, okay, it is giving you a cursor. Here you can type your text. Hi, I am learning Linux. And then Control D. Control D. Then just clear it. Now, if you want to check what is inside that, cat example1.txt. Okay, you can see this. It has this text. Okay. So cat greater than symbol and then file name. What it does is it will create file and allow you to enter the text. So once you enter the text, you need to press Control plus D. Okay, so that is how to view cat, just file name. Okay. So now let us see. I will if you press up arrow, like this, you can see the previous commands. If you press up arrow in keyboard, you can see previous commands. Down arrow also you can use. So going up and down, going up and down. Okay. So clear will give you clear the screen. So cat, if I give example one.text again. I am doing this command again. So some text I am entering. If you even press enter and Control D. Now, if you give cat example, okay, I will tell you one more tip. Here there is two files, example and example1. Now I am giving cat E and then I'm pressing the tab. So Linux will give you the possible file. So till example it came, and from here you don't understand because there are two files with the same name example. And if you give one, now if you give press tab, then it will automatically give you the file. Okay, so Linux will immediately search for the best file for you. If it has only one occurrence, immediately it can give you the full. Otherwise, it will stop and then again it will ask you to input something. So now you can see our text is replaced. So this greater than symbol is very important in Linux. This is called as redirection. Okay, so this is called as redirection. If you give 2, then it is called as append. So single greater than symbol, delete the old content and add new. But append will not delete, only append. Okay, that is how it is. Now, if you want, just give double greater than symbol and enter. This should not delete all text. I'm entering like this. Okay, enter and Control D. Now open this. See, it is added the text to it. So cat command we use heavily in Linux to just view the files. Okay. Yeah. So you know cd command, change directory. If I want to go inside demo, I should give cd demo. I am changing the directory to demo. Now you are inside home, CentOS and demo folder. If you want to come back one step, then you just give cd 2 dots. Then you will be one step back. Okay. Yeah. So now I want to merge these two files into a new file. Then you give cat example dot text and then example one dot text into a new file example 2 dot text. If you give cat example 2 dot text, Okay, you can see this text. I think nothing is inside the example text. Okay, yeah. So it means it is merging two files, any number of files into a single file. That is the cat command. Now copy. How can you file copy? How can you do the file copies from one folder to another folder? In Windows, what you do, you will select which file to copy, and then you will go to some destination and do Control V. So Control C and Control V, right? But in Linux, it is very simple. Just within seconds, it will complete it. In a graphical user interface, the disadvantages is you have to select this, you have to click this and press Control C and then go to another directory and press Control V. So that takes a lot of time. But in Linux, it is simple command. So that is CP. Now you need to provide inputs. So this command needs input. If you just give CP, then it will not understand what I need to copy. You're not just giving anything. Okay, so here giving inputs is mandatory for this command. LS-L CP. Now I want to copy example1.txt into the demo folder. Just give demo. Then go inside demo. You can see example.txt. Okay, CP space source and then destination. Come one step back. Now I want to cut. Cut means, Control X in Windows. I want to cut this example.txt and then paste it into the demo. It is move, MV, move example.txt and then into the demo folder. Okay, now you can see here there is no more example.txt because it is moved here. Okay. Now another thing, I'll create another directory, demo2, and I'm going inside demo2 and here creating some sample files, sample.txt. Coming one step back. Now I am at our user folder. I want to move this demo2 folder into the demo folder. Okay, so let us do move demo2 into demo. You can go to CD demo. You can see everything is here. So move back demo2 and then double slash. It is going one step back. Okay, now you can check here. It is moved back to our actual directory. Okay, now if you want to copy CP demo2 to demo, it is giving you an error. So while copying, so what it is saying is just use this CP-help. Let us go for option. What R is saying, it is recursive. Okay, recursive in the sense, if it is a folder and if it has lot of files inside, okay, it has lot of files inside, Linux cannot understand which file to copy. Okay, either you need to give the file properly like this, demo2/sample like this, or if you want to give the entire folder, you should need to give -R option. Okay, so now there is no error. If you check, if you go into the demo folder, so there will be demo2 copy. So in Linux, -r is for recursive. Okay, so that is one thing. So now we know how to read, how to create, now how to destroy, how to delete. Okay, now I want to delete this demo2. For delete, rm demo2. So by default, rm command will only delete the empty directory. Okay, so if it has files inside it, it will not delete directly. You need to give the option rm-r. Okay, again, it is recursive. Okay, so that is the remove command. Cp move command and then remove command. -r is for recursive. And step back. Okay, now I will just copy some files. We need to work on those files now. So this file, I'm copying it from etc directory. Okay, and so it has already those files in the operating system. I just copying to show you some commands. Okay. Now, how can you read this password? Cat password. So this is the file, right? So out of this file, I want to find something. In Notepad, you know, Control F will give you the option to find something. For example, if I give touch and then find, then it will find you the option. So here in Linux, here the find option command here is grep. Okay, so that is grep. 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 So now the syntax is grep what you want to find. I want to find a word bin in which file. What text you want to find and which file. I'm giving password. Okay, you can see you are getting all the lines which has the text bin. Okay, now let us go for posts. And then here, I just want to so I want to search the lines which has this text shutdown. So what you do, grep asking Linux to shut down and then asking Linux to find a shutdown in which file, password file. Okay, you can see you are getting the entries immediately. Okay, so that is how you do the things. Now I'm entering something cat into this file. One is Google and another one is Google, like this. Okay, just make sure it has those things entered. Okay, Google and Google are entered. Now, if you want to search a word, grep Google into the password, what you are getting, as I said, it is case sensitive, right? So if you don't want to use by default case sensitive, you can give an option -i, okay, case insensitive. Did I give the correct spelling? Oh, it has 3 O's. Okay. Google. Okay, so now use -i option, then it is giving 2 entries. If you give -i, then you are telling Linux, please consider this as case insensitive. Okay. And then okay, so this password has lot of lines. Okay. For example, I just want to view some lines of it, first few lines. So for that purpose, sometimes in Linux, your text is within few lines. If you just give head command and then file name, so then it by default it will give you first 10 lines. Okay. So grep go to find and then file name. So this is the syntax, right? Now head and then file name. So it will give first 10 lines by default. No, I don't want 10 lines. I just want 2 lines -n. You are asking number 2, first 2 lines, then password. It will give you the first 2 lines. Okay. Similarly, tail. Tail means at the end, right? So tail password. It is giving you last 10 lines. Okay. If you want again last 2 lines only, then give -n2. Okay. So in Linux, there is something called exit status. For example, see here, it is failure. See here, this is success. Sometimes in shell scripting, you want to understand because scripting is not like automation, right? Don't want to know which one is failed, which one is success. In that purpose, you use something called exit status. So before that, I want to show you how can you print something in Linux. Okay, just echo. I'm giving hi Linux. It will print on the screen. So to print some statements, it will print on the screen, that is echo command. Okay, and if you want to know the previous command is success or failure, okay, through some codes, that is echo $? Question mark is you are asking Linux what happened to previous command. If it is 0, it is success. Other than 0, it is always failure. For example, now this command, you want to know, for example, you don't when you are running shell scripting, you don't scripting will not understand this type, right? So there we use something like exit codes like this. So other than 0, everything is failure. Okay. So Linux stores the command success or failure in exit status. So after your command runs, just give echo $? If it is 0, success. Other than 0, anything is failure. Okay, this is very important interview question. Okay. Yeah. So now what I want to do is I want to download something. So in Windows, if you want to download, you will go to the browser and you browse it and download. Now, if I want to download something, for example, one server, Tomcat server, how can you download? So they are saying you can use this URL to download, right? Where is this? Yeah, this URL tar.gz. How can you download this? Okay, just right click, copy link address, and then here wget. Wget is nothing but web get from the web and your URL. The wget command is by default not installed, just like your Google Chrome browser by default not installed, right? So you install. So here the installation is something like this. Okay, you will understand later. Just for now, I'm installing it. Yum install wget-y. So for installation, you just need sudo access. So for that, either you log into the sudo su hyphen, or you just give sudo before your command. So that will work. Okay, wget command is installed now. We will discuss this very clearly in package management. Okay, if you give wget and the URL, so then the file is downloaded here. Just give ls-l. Okay, so you have the file downloaded. So wget is wget and URL can download file. Okay, and there is another thing, curl. Curl is, we don't use it for file downloads. Okay, we will use it to download the text, something like source. For example, here I have some file. Okay, this is of text. I want to see the text. Okay, just you give like copy this curl and then this one. Okay, you can see the text at runtime. Okay, so curl is usually we prefer using curl to view the source at the console. Wget is to download. For example, if I give the same URL with wget, it will download the file. Okay, you can see here it is downloaded. Cat variables.tf, it is downloaded. Okay, so we use them heavily. So whenever there is a requirement in next classes, I will show you clearly. Okay. Yeah, someone posted what is the difference between wget and curl. Yeah, this is the difference. Okay, so this is also an interview question. Tell us the difference between wget versus curl. If you are attending for the Linux administration interviews. Okay. And then this is the next command. So these are the commands till now we discussed for today, and now we will discuss an important topic of ownership and permissions. So this makes Unix or Linux. This makes Linux unique because of multi-users. Okay, so in Windows laptop, right? So generally, multiple users cannot log in. Even in Windows servers also, earlier multiple users cannot log in at a time. But Linux, thousands and lakhs of users also can log in at a time into the server. Okay, so that is because of this concept, ownership and permission. This is very, very important for interviews. Okay, I'm giving ownership. So in Linux, ownership is three types. One is the user, the one who created, and group. Which group? Group is nothing but in your company, if you have a team like developers, then the group name is called as developers and others. Okay. Other than these two, we call it as others. Other than owner and group. Okay, user who created is the owner actually. Okay, if you see here, the files, who is the owner? CentOS. Okay, so this is the, now let us analyze this statement. Okay, this denotes user. This denotes group. Okay, here Linux will clearly show us who is the owner and what is the group it has. Okay, so by default, when a user is created in Linux, CentOS user is created. So a group with same name also created by default. Okay, we will discuss more in user management, this topic. Okay, just understand for now. When you create the user in Linux, by default, a group also will be created with same name. Okay, and this one, these characters, we need to analyze these characters now. First character, it shows what is the type, either it is file or directory. Okay, so this is the first character. If it is directory, it will show us D. And then give 3 parts. So these 3 parts, what it show is user part. Okay, and then owner, sorry, group. And then this is others. So anyone else, like if you create another user, then they will become others. Okay. So now this is, and what is this read, write, and hyphen? So read means read access. Write means write access. Okay. So now you can say this file, the owner has write and read access. And there is another thing that is X, that is execute access. Okay. Read, write, and execute. In Windows also we can see this. Read, write, and execute. So user or owner who created this file, he has read, write access, but no execute access. Now let us come to the group, the same access level. Okay, so for example, you can add another user to this CentOS group. For example, like you create a user called John and you add him to CentOS group. If he logs into Linux server, he gets what access? Because he belongs to CentOS group, he gets this access, read, write access, but no execute. Similarly, if you create another user like Ramesh, and you are not adding him to the CentOS group, then he is like another user. Now Ramesh is like other user. He is not the owner. He does not belong to the group. Then he is like another user. What access he has now? Just read access. Okay. Yeah. So user or owner, how we denote them is U. Group, we denote them is with G, and others, we denote them with O. Okay, so now let us do one thing. Now I want to change the access. Okay, just see here. For example, various variables.tf. User has read write access. The group has read write access, and then others has read access. Now you want to change the permissions. So in that case, the command is chmod. Okay, change modification. Give a command chmod for the user. I want to add, means plus execute. It means X of file variables.tf. So this is very important question to the interviews also. Okay, all the entire topic, not a single question. You should understand this topic properly. So now you can see the user has read write execute access, and color is also changed. Okay, so now if you want to remove the read access, write access to the group, what you can say is G minus write and then variables. Now if you check, the group don't have write access. Only the owner who created this file only has full access. Okay, so sometimes we want to give the execution access to the others also. Chmod to run the script, to execute the script. Others means O plus X variables.tf. Now you can see others has execute access, but they don't have write access. They can read or they can execute. For everyone, if you want to give execute access, UGO, user group others plus execute variables. So now you can play with permissions like this. Now you can see everybody got execute access. Now if you want to remove execute access for everyone, just hyphen. Okay, now you can see no execution access. So this is how you will control the permissions. Okay. Change mod is the command to change permissions. So, but in interview, they will ask another thing: read, write, execute, right? So it has 1, it has 2, it has 4. These are the codes. So they will ask you, what is the code for write? Now, instead of doing UGO plus something like that, now what we do is, for the user, I want to give full access. Now you can add 4 to 1, that is 7. And for the group, I want to give only read and execution access. Then it is 4 plus 1, 5. For others, I want to just give read access. Then it is 4. Okay. Now what you have to do is chmod 754 variables.tf. Then you can see read, write, execute. It is the total of 7, and read, execute. It is the total of 5, and only read. It is the total of 4. Okay. Usually for PEM files, Linux systems will not allow. If you don't have, it should be only 400 access. So what is 400? You can just see here. User has what access? Only read access. User or owner only read, and group has no access. Just to save the security of the PEM file, no access. And then others has no access. Okay, overall read access only. Now, if you give chmod 400 variables, then you can check just read access to the owner. So in interviews, definitely they will ask these codes. Okay, and they will ask how can you change the permission chmod. You need to explain. If you explain this concept properly, then there is a high chance for you. Okay, so that's all for today. So I'm posting this recording already actually here in one YouTube channel. So I'm just sharing the link. If you are willing, you can subscribe. Just subscribe to this channel. You will get the recording automatically. Okay, I posted in the chat. So if you are really liking the sessions, just subscribe. Okay, so today we completed the basic commands, permissions, grep, downloading, everything, and we covered a lot of interview questions. I just saw in the chat one guy faced this question of wget versus curl. Okay, so I will properly give this commands like this in a README file, and then I will. Okay, I'm posting this YouTube channel. Just subscribe now. Okay. So yeah, these basic commands are enough. You don't need to break your head to understand each and every option. So whenever you get some requirement, you can do a simple Google search and then do it. Okay. So tomorrow we will see the editors. That is also very important. Vim Editor. Okay. Yeah. So, please just wait for 2 or 3 sessions. So we will complete many things in Linux, then you will not have too much confusion. Just for today, every day, attend to the session and then listen to recording and practice it again, then come to the next session. So you will get full clarity. Okay. So if you are interested, just subscribe this channel. So in future, I will be posting lot of topics like how HTTPS works, how DNS works, general things, everything I'll post it here. I'm maintaining this channel in English because all of you should come out of the comfort zone. Okay, so if you only like the sessions in Telugu, then you cannot face them. You cannot face the interview questions. You cannot speak properly. Just come out of the comfort zone, because I am not the poet in English. I can only speak few technical words. Other than this, I cannot speak casually. Okay, only for technology, I have the confidence of I can speak technology. I can communicate the technology. But if you ask me to speak something, give some speech on something, to do some motivation in English, create general awareness in English, I cannot do that. But definitely I'll maintain the Telugu channel also to do some general awareness, to do some motivation kind of things, because I am the native Telugu person. I can speak in my mother tongue confidently. But when it comes to the technology, we are like global. Okay, you cannot be in your comfort zone. So definitely English is mandatory. Just accustomed to this English. Okay, only in technology at least. Thank you so much. That's all for today's session. Okay, so you can have your doubts. Just hold the doubts for next 1 or 2 sessions, and then later we can discuss all your doubts. And there is a community channel also here. If you just go here, and here there will be a community chat. Here you can post your questions. Okay, for example, there is a Linux topic. All of you have the access to this. So you can have your questions. Okay, just log your questions. We will discuss all your questions after 2 or 3 sessions. Okay, have a nice day. Thank you so much. Thanks for attending. See you in tomorrow's session. Just do the practice once again. You will find the recording within next 2 hours. Bye bye. See you in tomorrow's session.